It'd be mayhem. I told you. Fucking like a book.
Blankets on the tires as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
So the plan is we will get at least 10-minute warning before we have the restart. So if you want to jump
Okay,
out.
but where's the blankets?
Yeah.
You're allowed to put it on then. Stop saying that you put it. Let's put them on. Found them, put them on.
I'm pretty sure my phone is monitoring how many times I pee. Or it's just stabbing at the fact that I'm a certain age and then I need Eurolift. The fuck was that? Something just popped up. Weird.
But I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my It's out of my hands. But I'm still in control.
It's out of my hands. Welcome. You can never take away the power of my soul. Fucking turkeys out there too. I'm gonna break that motherfucker this week. What do you mean, can I talk? YouTube, you say weird stuff sometimes. Can you talk? YouTube, watch this movie. Chill out. Welcome, everybody, as all are welcome. Welcome down to the basement. I can talk. I'm going to tell you right now, you are watching the Gran Turismo opening movie with a little side view of the studio down here as it's reacting with the lighting to the game and whatnot. Enjoy.
Yeah. It's lights out and away we go.
That's right, YouTube. Throw those hearts out. Bust that interaction in the chat. Get some. Say whatever you want. I'll try and read it and answer as fast as I can. I usually check messages on my videos too, so go ahead and check out any of those cool videos that I do about these Govee lights, about any of the sim racing junk. All we do though is sim racing, no guns, no shooters, no booter pooters, none of that stuff. We do, however, every now and again do a little barefooting, but only in the game. Yeah. Oh, and according to Fanatec, I'm obligated to tell you, if you click that link there that says www.Simgear.club, you will be directed to Fanatec, and I am a Fanatec affiliate. If you choose to buy something from that site, I may or may not receive a small payment. So now that that legal part's out of the way, enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, it was incredible. it was incredible. Yes, it was quite a different one. I knew that way, following Michael, it's no point to try to follow him and then try to overtake him and end up the track, because obviously he's not going to give me room. It's correct?
Currently all marshal posts are not reported, right? The marshals must be having a beer then.
there's that open world they promised about 7 years ago. Yay! Go Turismo! Anything new happening? What's happening? What's new that's happening? I know I'm going to pay for it later, but I added more volume to the game capture. Oh, ooh. Yesterday was super busy, so aside from what I did in the morning, I really didn't do much else. I mean, I did a lot of other stuff, but just not any of this shit. Just none of this shit. We're probably gonna have to do 2 races, so we'll be closing it out. Nope. Have not driven the car yet. I'm waiting for launch mode. I'm gonna keep driving Teslas until they promise the fucking rumors, or they fulfill the promises. I totally feel let down by the whole process. I'm gonna drive it to the fucking service station to drop it off tomorrow. I'm gonna meet my wife there at 8:30. And that will be the fucking probably only time I drive it. I'm kind of furious, you know what I mean? Because the guy like looks me in the face and says, oh yeah, we buff every car. But do you fucking wash it first? Properly? Fuckstick? Sorry, language. He's subscribed to me. He's probably watching this, or hopefully not watching this. I like the guy. He's nice. He's just trying to do his job. It's, you know, the company he represents that, you know, is probably put him in the position that he has to, you know, do what he's doing. Because anytime I had to do that, because I'm telling you right now, I had to do that from time to time, what he just did there, and try and pass it by a customer. Because I knew they didn't give a shit, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? But, like, as soon as I realized they gave a shit, I had to, like, make sure that the customer was satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, everyone's looking for you to, like, take delivery, sign the paperwork, then go inspect the vehicle. Or inspect the vehicle, get reassured, and then sign the paperwork. Whether or not they deliver on the other end is a different story, because, like, that is still yet to be determined. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, if you've read any of the things that I've posted about it, if you're in the Discords and, like, you know, you follow me on, like, you know, my only social media silo, you'll find out that, like, you know, I have mixed emotions about the car, you know? It's got a really expensive fucking flashlight that fits in the door. Outside of all that, check it out. I think you can replace the flashlight with a power bank for your fucking cell phone. Are you totally blown away, right? Mind blown? You have all this shit on your Range Rover already. Like from 10, 15 years ago. So this is what I have been using for this. But I know I can use this. I'm gonna buy the Sport Soft though. Do you think it'll run Sport Softs over the course of 5 laps? Or do you think I'm better off doing like a medium or hard or soft? I'm just gonna buy them all. Hold on a second. Hold on. Look how fucking smart I am with that code. No. So what I'm thinking though is I might want to do like a medium or medium front and then soft rear, so it'll like kind of have like a little more controlled like push, right? And then I'll have a lot of drive off up the hill. You think? Or no? We're gonna do it this way. This isn't gonna work. You believe this shit? Where's my nitrous kit? Right there. I'm gonna have to go and get the power restrictor too. All right. Race shop. I'm not adding weight back onto the fucking car. Sorry. I'll just do the double restrictor. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. This might not work. Oh yeah, it's gonna work. Oh. I don't know why this matters to me. There we go. Are you kidding me? This Viper's gonna have 286 fucking horsepower. Oh my god. Well then, I hope the nitrous works. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I basically took like 400 horsepower off this fucking car by running the soft tires. Well, no time like the present. Fucking looks badass though. thing's a weapon. Fuck you, team orders. The team ordered me to make you my bitch. Whoa, buddy. That's not very cool. Fuck you and your spicy Spanish food. Eat some nitrous farts. I hope you go high like at the dentist office, mother. Psst, 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 psst. I should have did a number to my gears. This thing's got an 8-speed or some shit, I think. I could have also added some power to it by putting the medium tires on the rear. I'm yarding second place by like 4 seconds now, or fourth. Whoa. That was close. I'm about to dive down in there real hard and use your door to turn. Either one of you dorks. Maybe both. Oh, all of a sudden it fucking takes off. Look at that. That's weird. Did you see that? You're not going to be able to touch my gangster style here, Italian. I'm gonna have 3 seconds at the end of this fucking sector here, unless I spin it out. Booyaka! Welcome to the Viper Pit! Ha ha! Come and get snakepit, mother! Snakebite used to be my favorite monster truck when I was a kid. There was Bigfoot and there was Snakebite. Before all this nonsense they have now. There's 100 million monster trucks out there and all of them suck. Wonder those old dudes drove them for as long as they did, because they're like increasingly brutal to drive those things around and keep crashing all the time. Oh. Wasn't paying attention. Empty the bottle. Oh, hell no, I ain't trying nothing again. What am I gonna do now? I gotta get something to get my mileage. Oh, I gotta do the other race. See how I got the wide body kit on there. There'd be no way no one was getting by this thing. Elbows out. 1:44.8, lap 2. Yeah, basically it would have to do it twice to hit mileage. No thanks. Using that green car would have been nice. I have that. The AMG, that thing's bad. That thing's super bad. Did I move the game capture volume up too high? It seems like I might have. Maybe not. As long as I clearly talk into my microphone directly, I guess it's fine. So, all right, Josie. My Viper with 299 horsepower, basically 1980s Iranian gas crunch horsepower, nailed it by 5 seconds. Where are you at on this one? I told you, not my Viper. Not my Viper, Daddy-o. My Viper is solid. My snake bite is venomous.
He just pushed me off his front. He just hit me that I went wide, so that's not very nice.
Oh, you meant add ballast to get to right on 600. I get pretty close. I think I've been 599.99. Closest I've been, or 95. Well, it went from 95. I dig it. I dig driving the Viper. Most of these cars, like that you see, like, you know, race and stuff like that, not race, but like you see on like YouTube, they like put V8s in them. It's easier, you get more power out of like the smaller V8 with all the boost and shit like that. You can run them like fucking A, like ridiculous horsepower. There's one of these things floating around with like 2,000 horsepower on like a Pro Charger or something like that. On a drag radial. On a drag radial. No shit, it's got a parachute. Thousand feet, it probably goes, shit. 200 mile an hour, 199 mile an hour, 1,000 feet. So I'm gonna find some fucking spacers for my Model Y. I think I need like 1-inch spacers for the rear. Maybe less, actually. Maybe a 1/2-inch spacer or something like that. I don't need to go aggressive. I wonder if you have to adjust the torque spec if you do that. Oh yeah, get him. Get him. Florida Fines, thanks for that. From Russian, thanks for that. Jorge Nicholas Cisternos Vallejo's, also thanks for that. Hopefully you people are heading out to the, whatchamacallit, going to maybe CJ Barrymore's to ride the Skytrack today. Going to Disney World. Hopefully you're going to Disney World. Hopefully someone read this thing about the BMW X5. Everyone's outraged here right now about the FBI director, who's a total douchebag. Bought like 10 X5 BMW or BMW X5s. Like, you know, like that's a bad thing. Those are built in South Carolina, you fucking morons. Literally, they're built in South Carolina. All their large SUVs are built in South Carolina. Because in order to do so, they get around a bunch of tariffs and taxes and stuff like that. They still may be, like, you know, assembled, you know what I'm saying, there and stuff like that, and like, you know, mostly, you know, sourced with different parts, but they're assembled and put together in Spartanburg, South Carolina, driven by the plant a bunch of times. They have big headquarters there and everything. It's actually quite cool. They have like a little test driving area and stuff. You'll probably see it on Google Maps or whatever. So car started to push really bad. So like if you did like that medium tire thing or like that split tire, you would have to add downforce. So it might not work actually, if that's what you're talking about. Like for this situation, to make this car better, because there's so many gears, so using the gearbox a little more for the top speed and like length of the straightaways would be helpful. Increasing the nitrous shot, like maybe 5 to 10, because it's only 5 laps race, like that would probably be helpful. What else? Like dude said, you could add some ballast to get more power if you wanted to. But with this particular track, it's probably more about getting the drive out on the nitrous and like making sure your gears are lined up to everything. Because that's what I didn't do. It probably would have been the best thing. I mean, I probably would have won by a lot bigger margin. Actually. What was the horsepower of that piece again? Curious. Oh, no. See well, the way it works here, I'll explain it to you, the Tesla. With the Tesla Model Y, it uses, at least my Tesla Model Y, when you have the snow tires on, it uses a 20-inch wheel that's the same, not diameter, but width front to back. When you run the standard OEM tires and wheels, it's 9.5 in the front, 10.5 in the back. So the rear tires are wide as shit, and it's offset like a, a 911 or like an M3 or something like some kind of like crazy AMG, race car type shit. So what happens is when you put the snow tires on in the winter, it makes the rear end look stupid because it's not offset correctly for like the wheel arch and stuff like that. You follow me? It's basically like the same shit we do at Gran Turismo with the dumb wheel. So like when you put on the wide body kit and you don't change the wheel offset or whatever in the settings, it looks stupid. I should go out there and throw the race car tires on right now, but like, we're kind of like not really like I said, we have the, whatchamacallit, the Model 3 till the end of the month, basically. So we're gonna mile that out and drive that and just leave the other one parked. I wanna go get the wheels done, but, I kinda like, I don't know. $286 horsepower. Ah, look at all that torque though. Cut out 200 horsepower to do that. That's fucking madness, dude. So we were gonna go test drive this thing, but they backed out of the United States entirely now, I just heard. They left. All I'm going to say right now is all these oil countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and all these other countries, I don't think they're as rich as they say they are. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying to pump so much fucking oil on us. And then they wouldn't invest in these electric car companies and then fucking shell them out from the inside out. Like they have been. I don't know, you think? You think I'm off? Or am I close? I've never been to Saudi Arabia. Or the Middle East. I like this car a lot. I'm gonna drive this one. Didn't I just drive this on something else? I'm gonna drive this one. No, we're not using those tires. I'll put track day tires on it. How about that? This won't even get me my spins. So yeah, I don't necessarily like the Tesla wheel as much, the one that comes on the Model Y Performance, as much as I like the new one. The new one, you can see like the brake rotor a little bit better. Maybe I like the new one, or our old ones better. Maybe that's what it's missing. It's missing that brake rotor, or the wheel to be covered, because like the current wheel is kind of open. But so the thing is, you kind of need that wheel arch the way it is, and like not the wheel arch the way it is, the offset. The offset is relevant, but like having the 20 with the snow tire versus the the Pirelli P0 and the 21-inch tire with the offsets, that fills the wheel well with snow really hard. And like that's another thing about electric cars. So like an electric car in the winter time, right? It doesn't really generate ambient temperature like a gasoline engine car does. So like things don't fall off of it like as fast as they would a gas car, like snow and stuff like that build up on the tires and wheels. So like those are some of the things that you got to pay attention to. So like you got to go out there and kick the snow off every now and again. And like I said, you go out there and warm it up, it doesn't like get soft and fall off. So like well, the ones that run them efficiently will win, because it seems like Saudi Arabia just tries to dump money into it and then like leverage, they make it an American company and then they leverage the loss against our fucking tax system, and it fucking pisses me off actually. So like right now they own like majority stakes in like that company Lucid, and they're not making any fucking money. Do you know what I mean? So that means they're probably paying little to no taxes, and they were trying to they're probably still running off of like clean air grants or whatever that Trump said fuck you and blew up at their behest. You know what I'm saying? Always. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like everyone has to go back to China to get shit manufactured. They will always win. My friend like tried to shush me out in the driveway or whatever, or my neighbor was like, we have a lot of Chinese neighbors and shit like that, and I don't fucking care. They live in America. So like if I want to talk about China, as it pertains to like being an American, you can fuck right off and listen, or you can fuck right off and not listen. But the fact and the reality remains. You know what I'm saying? I used to be nationwide. I'm international now. I'm interplanetary, and I have been for a long time now, and I've talked to a lot of different people from a lot of different places about, a lot of different things, but a common string remains. You know what I'm saying? They've all tried to lower cost, by centralizing manufacturing in the Pacific, you know, South Pacific region. You know what I'm saying? All manufacturing ceased to exist in Australia. Manufacturing doesn't really happen a lot in your neck of the woods, does it either, right? And the cost is supposed to be lowered. But guess what? Now we're in a trade war. Every cost is going up. You know what I'm saying? And now we're fucked, right? So like we're gonna pay what we're told we're gonna pay, or we're not gonna pay. Like my boss used to tell me, the cost is a cost, buddy. If you can't afford it, you don't ask. The pandemic really like smashed a hole in like everybody's rose-colored glasses. If it didn't and you forgot, you should remember that. Not because of the people that died and stuff like that, but about the shortages that came down the pipeline that you could see ripple across, you know, the world through news cycles and stuff like that. Which you can't now because, you know, a lot of these governments have tightened down on that type of reporting and stuff like that, which is also quite disappointing. You know what I mean? Anyway, enough bullshit. Enough talk about simubing everything. I got simube to put on everything. Simube, Amazon. I have a serious problem with Amazon actually because, like, you know, the way that they market stuff and like the way they do the exact same thing. So it's like, not like I complain about Micro Center doing that. Like if you get your product in Micro Center, more than likely you're gonna have 6 or 7 copies of it by, you know, a bunch of different manufacturers because like this product needs to be mass produced. So you got to go and take your, what was, you know, like say a GSI product, right? Like, you know, GSI that, you know, was handmade at one point, or some of them are handmade maybe still. But now you've got to sell, you know, X, Y, and Z. You've got to fulfill an order sheet and a pallet for Micro Center. So you have to find someone that's going to make these wheels for you. So you either have to hire on people to do this skilled labor, or you have to find somebody that can do it for a lot cheaper. Like, if you don't work, you're going to get this. So therefore, you know, Shenzhen gets the call. But hey, man, they came up with all these cool lights for me. Can't fucking argue with that. What's up with a little sticker in the window? Out of my way, Lord March coming through, damn it. Lord Drawers. Count Binface. Tell me what's up with Lord Buckethead and Count Binface. I'm gonna ride outside here before I get whacked by this fucking Renault. Is Count Binface actually a simube of Lord Buckethead? Please don't fucking spin out. I know I'm going too fast for the tires and the suspension, but, you know, that's just kind of what the game does, alright? Whoa! Waving into the wall is not good. Get slowed down, please. Oh, you nervous freaking nervous Italian right here. Do they like my salsa? I do not know. I'm not gonna go in here too hot. I know I got a 7-second lead and I could probably do a spin and still make it, but I don't want to fuck this Ferrari up. It's too nice. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Fuck you. Why won't it go into reverse? God damn it, I needed the mileage anyway. Why wouldn't it go into reverse? I was gonna fucking go over the start-finish line and backwards. Piece of shit. Oh wait, that's the clutch. As soon as I frickin' said it, I did it. See why you gotta stay positive? You gotta like, you know, I was telling Tim yesterday, I was like, man, you just gotta get that shit out of your head, man. Don't even think, this is why I'm here. You stay focusing on what you need to focus on. And I'll do all that other shit. You ask me a question, I'll think about it as hard as I need to while you drive. That's my fault. I was overdriving the car. Probably melted these old ass tires. Whoa! Or probably got the tire so hot, it like made the wheels wobbly. You know what I mean? You gotta imagine that if you start pulling like grip-wise on a wired wheel like this car has, it probably like fucks it up a little bit. By example, I can tell you, I was driving or riding my friend's. I was riding with my friend, right? He's got this reproduced beach cruiser, but it's actually a 29-inch or 20. Yeah, it's a 29-inch. It's a 29-inch PK Ripper or some shit. So anyway, so it's got 29-inch wheels, and then it's got this like super crazy like small gear ratio on it. So, and it's fast. It's just a fast bike. But because it's got 29-inch wheels, I don't know if you've ever seen anyone ride a 29er, like it's called a 29er, I guess. But you can see the hubs move inside the spoke set. You know, like the wheel deforms. You know what I'm saying? Like when you just like when you pump, it deforms. And I noticed because I was watching the guy ride it, and I wanted to ride his bike. I was like, dude, let me ride your bike. That looks weird. I guess the 29er, like part of that whole scenario is like you can ride that bike with suspension and a wheel that big and have it be like double suspension. Like when you're doing crazy shit, it's just a little extra give so your shit doesn't break. Like normal 26-inch mountain bike tires, you know what I'm saying, or wheels might break. It also has to do with rollout too. Try and explain that to people. Like I had a conversation with somebody at rest stop last weekend or weekend before last about the electric cars and why I was like, oh well, why does it only go so fast? Blah blah. Well, I used to race remote control cars, and like when you're doing remote control car gears, you have an RPM, set RPM of the motor, and then the rest is done by the gearing. And then once you set the gearing to make it run optimal, not run too hot, not run too cold, you can from there set the rollout. So what the rollout is the diameter as it rolls out of the tire, right? So the outer circumference of the tire over feet. So like say you have a 20-inch wheel, right? Or a 19-inch wheel, you'll have, with the current Tesla, gear ratio and all the other stuff, you'll have better range, but your car won't have as much top speed or be as fast, right? It may be fast off the line and get to the top speed quicker because it's, and be more efficient overall. but it won't match like the top speed of like the performance, say, that has the same performance, same wheels and all other stuff, or not wheels, but the same, you know, gear and pinion and whatnot, same motor, but it has a 21-inch wheel, so it's got 2 inches more rollout as opposed to the 19. Follow me? Follow me. Good. Complicated, right? Not really. Well, at least they got the clean race bonus the second time, but I'm still fucking short. Hooray! I'm excited about getting a free car, though. What kind of car do you think I'll get? Hi, YouTube. I'm sure you're still there. I haven't been looking at you. YouTube's so fragile. They're so snowflakey. Let me go back and check on YouTube. No, YouTube's pretty mellow today. Good for you, YouTube. So I gotta make a trip to Normal, Illinois. I wanna know how these fucking things are made. I think Normal, Illinois is where the slate is made too. I'm gonna look that up actually. Curious. Warsaw, Indiana. I wonder where the relationship to that is. Are these non-unionized areas? All right, Normal, Illinois is at the intersection of 55 and 39. What did I say the other one was? Warsaw. Oh, they're far away from each other. You're gonna have to watch this again. I'll be right back. Oh, that's much better. So yeah, I want to go to these factories. I would like to go to the slate factory probably more than the other one. Are you not intrigued by the slate? Anybody at all? So like they start that at a certain price, but like when you price it out to be like livable, like with creature comforts, like, you know, anything that you would normally find in a car that you can't buy on Amazon. Do you know what I'm saying? They're quite expensive. Like, it's hard to believe that it go from like 25 to like 50 like that. I don't know, like, I gotta do some EV content some more. I've never done, like, I've done like a few things on my YouTube channel, which is cool, you know what I mean? I've had fun doing the YouTube stuff, like with like FSD and what else? Oops, that's not it. So yeah, we've done a couple of FSD videos, like when we've had whatchamacallit, like the trial periods. So like they'll send like throughout the lease, they've sent me several trial periods to try and either A, get me to drive the fucking car, or B, beta test, because they need data, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, go public and have it ride on public roads. They need to have people use it, you know what I'm saying, prove that it's safe. So they need guinea pigs. So what's the best way to get guinea pigs? A, when someone shows up to your dealership, you know, you put them out in the car, you mandate they do FSD before they do anything else, right? And see if they like it. If they like it, they do it some more, and you get more, you know, free beta testing time on it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like basically someone's paying you like X, Y, Z a month for their lease. You send them this thing, and they're basically paying you to beta test for them. Right? Doesn't that sound like a great deal? Anyway, I usually find myself like not liking it. And like I said, I wish I would have drove it a lot more, because like any kind of range anxiety bullshit like doesn't exist. There's no way in your right mind that you're gonna be able to like have a cup of coffee, like a soda or whatever. It's not even close to being cheap, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, price per performance, like I would rather go get a fucking Model 3 Performance, like a used one, and chop the rear end off and add a fucking truck to it. Like that one chick, some chick did that. She did a Tesla truck or whatever, or a Model 3 truck on YouTube. It was probably cheaper to do that. You know what I mean? Just make a ute. Make your own ute. Or if you're familiar with the utes are out there, man. I saw something about whatchamacallit, Mustang utes. Mustang ute. All right, so good news. Where are we at? Ooh, it's dark. I'm going to sport mode, baby. We're going in. So yeah, I want to go to, I'd like to see the slate built, but I'd also like to go to wherever this Normal, Illinois plant is, where this new car that we just got picked up is, because I want to see the robots that are putting in the glass, because I want to see what either wherever the glass is being stored is causing scratches, or the doors are being stored as causing scratches, and or the robots that are putting them in are scratching either the glass and or the robots. And like, you know, this is something that's fine and I can accept, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when they're trying to like ramp up production like they are. But like, there's no way this car should have passed quality inspection and left the factory the way it was. Or it showed up and they like literally, like I said, they stopped the delivery process over some bullshit that they made up. You know what I'm saying? And then in order to keep working on the car for like 2 or 3 days, and they still fucked it up and couldn't do it right. So, I mean, yeah, I got a problem with that for the most part. And like I said, we'll be dropping it off tomorrow, and that'll be the first time I get to drive this thing. Other than that, it's just sitting in the garage with the fucking doors open. Like legit, it sits there. If the car's unlocked, the door handles stay out. It's fucking weird. The door handles and the door locking mechanism is a weak point. I'm telling you right now. Oh. I don't have this car. Oh wait, hold on a second. I don't want that one. Fuck. Hell yeah, I want that one. Hell yeah, I want that one. So yeah, wife drove it around a couple of times yesterday, and then, you know, she brought it home. And like I said, I'm incensed kind of, because like every time I go out there and look at it, I remember the guy looking at me and saying that, yeah, we buff every car. So he says he buffs every car, but they don't wash the thing properly first. You know what I mean? And then after you buff it, you leave compound all over the seats and like in the dashboard and all that other stuff. No, something happened to the car and like you're not telling us like what it is. All right, let's get it. Is this green? Oh, it's green, baby. It's green. So my target is mileage and to get one in. So that's like Spa. How many miles is Spa? Like 2 or 3 miles or something like that. So I got like 2 laps. Nice. They all have stupid paint jobs. Can you watch this for a minute? And like, you can chat with me if you want. I'll be watching the chat. I'm gonna go upstairs and just take a look around, if that would be okay. Would that be okay? I think it'll be okay. Hang out if you want. You know, check out my YouTube channel. Check out, you know what you should do? If you're watching on Twitch or you're not watching on Twitch, find the link to Twitch. I'm sure it's in the YouTube channel at the whatever. In my Twitch channel, like on the About section or the video section, there's a collection of videos that I just made recently. It's kind of similar to some of those videos that you see on YouTube where, you know, you'll see a user take like, you know, 3 different video games and run them side by side. I didn't do that. What I did, though, on the other hand, was I took a PlayStation 4 Pro and a modestly priced direct drive wheelbase, and I showed you how inexpensive you can run like a 4K sim racing experience that you can own, that you don't have to download, that you don't have to worry about an internet connection or anything like that to experience and enjoy. And then I put it up against, you know, what you have to pay, you know, XYZ for access, plus, you know, however much the cars were. We all know what we're talking about. It's iRacing. So I have 4 videos in there that, you know, Project Cars 2, PlayStation 4 Pro, Assetto Corsa Original, PlayStation 4 Pro, and Gran Turismo 7 here, PlayStation 4 Pro, against my $6,000 iRacing computer setup rig, just to give you an experience, like, you know, and like you can kind of watch it. It's just me, you know, for like 10 to 12 minutes driving and then talking about it afterwards. And I just edited it out. There's really no continuity to the, you know, the comments other than they're just, you know, raw comments to, you know, kind of give you a brief overview of, you know, what it is that we're really looking at. So 230. I can do this. I like this car actually too. So excited. Let me come back.
Yeah.
Is this boring as fuck or what? Does this live streamer eat shit? I think a little bit, right? Sorry, just kidding. It's still morning here. I'm drinking coffee, and like this is gonna be the last thing I do. Hour and 14 minutes. Actually, what I need to do is I need to go on iRacing later, and I need to make that spot time that I was just talking about a lot better. A lot better. I also want to see how Tim's doing with our standings and stuff like that. I'm sure there's yard work to be done. I probably should cut the goddamn grass. My neighbor's on me about going, he wants to know where my truck is. I guess I'm going to have to start calling it my truck because it's not anything else. Oh, I made Jenny take it. It's technically not my car anymore. I guess this truck is. I got to call it a truck. Right? This truck is my new car, right? Or this truck is my new truck. I got to not call it a car.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be mayhem. Like a book.
Oh, it's gonna.
Yeah, man. The world is too populated with crap. You know, they pump out all these things and people will go and thin out the numbers, thin out the the classes and like whatever and whatnot. I've seen it happen a million times. At RC racing, there would be a new class like every month. People now want to do vintage racing. So now there's vintage racing, there's regular racing, there's stock racing, there's modified racing, there's two-wheel drive, there's four-wheel drive, right? So all this while, you're asking probably a solid, 15 to 20 people to run 5 or 6 classes now. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, some people are going to do it, you know what I mean? And like there's going to be a negative consequence, and then you're going to get all those new people that are going to be showing up with the cars, and then like those people that will do it are going to kick their ass, and then they're going to get discouraged, they're going to leave, and you'll have this really bad turnaround, you know what I mean, that you wouldn't have if you just had those standard traditional classes, you know what I mean? So good on you. The snake eats itself, right? Sad to watch, do you know what I mean? Especially if all you want to do is hang out with your peeps, race some good races and whatnot. All right, here we are, back in the seat. The wolf is still not risen yet. The truck is still out in the garage with the ear sticking out, I guess is the best way to describe it. I figured out what the night and day is, but I don't think it works. So there's not as much cool, like, entertaining stuff on this particular vehicle. There's, like, a lot of modes, like, for, like, the ride and stuff like that. There's no light shows. No, wait a second. There are light shows, but only in the holidays, I guess. Like, so there's holiday light shows that come up for holiday updates. And, like, for Halloween, I guess, you can do stuff on Halloween. What else? Yeah, so as far as I know, there's no way to, like, watch TV on it or any of that nonsense. Well, yeah, you got lots of modes. I got LEDs down here and light shows, so it's cool. We got it covered. So what's our target time here again? 2:37? Oh man, whatever is up there is super effective. It does not fart. The white car still farts. The white car farts. So the sounds are owl and bluebird chirp. And then there's a third one that's called night and day that will do bluebird chirp during the day and owl at night. Doesn't work though. The car doesn't know if it's day or night, I guess, unless it's outside of the garage. Best I can figure. Oh shit! I'm using the wrong steering wheel. I have the steering wheel. I have the steering wheel. Why am I not using the steering wheel? Where is it? Where is it? Dude, I'm coming back and I'm using the steering wheel. I meant to order one, actually. I don't know what color to order. I wish I could get a green one. I want a green quick release, but they don't sell them anymore. bullshit was that? I'm super fucking furious over that one right there. I want to protest that. That was fucking bullshit. Better the source anyway. Eat shit, game. This car's making a proper noise and I like it. Oh! Surprised I didn't get busted for that. Gonna be a shit lap. This final sector is garbage. Let's go, Lando. Lost a 10th. Fucking Wait, the handbrake worked. I'm good with that. Yeah. Should I do a Rivian stream? I'll do a Rivian stream. Why not? I'm not gonna drive the fucking thing. I might as well live stream it. I've got a way to mount a camera in there. I could probably mount a camera. Ooh, why am I not replaying it? Oh yeah, dude. I got silver, bro. What up? Dude, how spicy is that? I'm going for gold now. I'm totally going for fucking gold. What's gold? Shit. Do you know what? As soon as I put on that wheel that goes for this car, I guarantee you I'm gonna get that motherfucking time. Guaranteed. Or my name ain't www.simgear.club. If you like that steering wheel, guess what? You can't fucking buy it anymore. What you can do, though, is you could buy the new version they have, right? Hopefully it's reinforced. And you can put a sticker on it. Because you know what looks really cool is that wheel with like a sticker on it. You could put like, I've seen Porsche decals, I've seen Ferrari decals, I've seen Alpine decals. I've seen a ton of different decals put on that wheel, and it looks amazing. It really does. I actually should have it on one of these stands instead of my stupid other wheel. I was going to buy another stand for it, but I don't know which one to get, actually. Let's watch the replays. I love watching the replay. I love this green color McLaren, man. It's so anti-McLaren. It's like a green colored, it's like a not red Ferrari. A not orange McLaren is like a not red Ferrari. So that's why I like it. And everybody knows fast people do green. That's been a long-standing tradition for me anyway. Like, I used to show up to the racetrack, to the RC track, with black wheels, like, you know, all black cars, or like, I deviated like once or twice from the all black car. I did a pearl white, but then I did black, like, rough coat trim, so I painted on the outside, so it was like, you know, pearl white, and then like along the rocker panels and stuff like that, it was like textured black. Kind of like rhino coat, you know, like back in the day was popular. Anyway, then I started just spraying all over the top, because like you would paint a body, right? And then like no matter what you did, you know, how you prep it, the paint could flake out of the, you know, the Lexan. It just, you know, if it breaks, it flakes, blah, blah, blah. So what I started doing was I started painting them on the outside. So I would mask the windows off still, you know what I mean, on the outside, and then I would paint on the outside. So like it would get scuffed up and everything like that, but you could just wash it and then respray it all the time. And people didn't like that. Because like I would have a black car with black wheels, and people were afraid, you know, it's like I was coming around there. That's how I started getting the nickname Death. So they called me Dr. Death, Dr. Death Esquire, Walking Death. They had a bunch of different goofy names for me. Because it was full-on Johnny Cash racing. eventually, like, I became fast and I could actually drive. It's like they were afraid of me because, like, you know, having that setup, you know, isn't necessarily the best thing when you're fast and you're getting faster and your cars are fast, because you can't see which way the wheels are pointed. And if your car is one color too, you can't see which way your car's pointed, which direction your car's going. So if someone puts your car, you know, down and it's not going the right way and you hit the gas, you know what I'm saying? You go the wrong way. Said that's not necessarily the guy's fault or your fault. If you know he can like recognize your car and notice that one way is forward and one way is not, i.e. like being painted like a front and then painted like a back, not one color. It works out better for them. And it works out better for you too, turns out. That's the point where I got fast enough where people were sponsoring me. So I was getting bodies and I was getting people to paint them and all that other stuff. About all the sponsorship I could get, that in a shop, which were the best sponsorships. Because like those are the things that, you know, people, you know, like, and like if you're selling those things and you're getting them for free because they're expensive, you know, you buy the body and then you gotta pay the person to paint it. It usually costs you a fair price, depending on how intricate or how, you know, in demand they are. I had the guy that was doing the World Champions at the time, still does actually. His name's Chris Norlock, goes by Dark Side Designs, I think, on Facebook or the web. I don't know if he still paints. I could see him not doing that anymore. He was doing vinyl decals and stuff like that. I got some if you want one. They're really small. Everybody can have them. You can pick them up here at www.itsonyou.com. That doesn't exist, sorry. That's fake. Don't do that, that's fake. This is a fake! I like this car. This is fun driving. Are they trying to get us time attack warriors to like get into the sport mode a little more often with the racing? By showing us how cool some of these GR4 race cars are. So what I was going to say about project cars or project motor racing, you know, a lot of times what happens when you have something that's that deep and that rich, you'll run into things like what my brother and I used to call the empty box, which, you know, that term was developed when we started playing games like Assetto Corso and, you know, Project Cars 2, and so on and so forth. What an empty box is, there's so many cars, they're not really paying attention to all of them like they should, so some of the cars fall through the cracks and have really bad physics, or none, which was a lot of times the case in Assetto Corso. Like, you know, until the day one patch comes, or like in the case of the PlayStation 4, I think at the time when those games came out, you were only allowed like 4 updates, like a quarterly update, and they wanted you to re-release another title or something like that. I think what PlayStation's pressure was. Danica. That's nice. Let's go get our stuff. So yeah, you know, that's, you know, part of the pressure of being PlayStation, you know, title developer, you know what I mean, and using PlayStation or Sony, you know, publishing or whatever. You have to basically come out with something that's lock solid, you know what I mean, lockstep or rock solid, and, you know, so on and so forth. And if it doesn't, you know, you only have X, Y, and Z content additions and or update patches. So if you have to, you know, focus on your patch to fix your broke-ass game, you're not going to be able to devote any time to fixing your, not fixing, but adding content to your, you know, title and stuff like that. And then you end up in a situation where you're constantly working on patches and blah, blah, blah. Like, say something like Wreckfest, and it's taking 6 months just for them to have online play or something like that. Like, why would you even release that? You know what I mean? It's like, fuck this Kickstarter bullshit, like, you know, way of publishing titles and stuff like that. It's really just, you know, flooding the zone, you know, really is just kind of like disrespectful to my time. as a user, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't respect me enough to, like, think that I'm gonna, like, hold you to a higher standard, or you shouldn't hold yourself to a higher standard. And I'm not looking at, like, these smaller developers and stuff like that. I'm looking at shit like Gran Turismo that sucked until, like, you know, 1,000,000 day 1 patches. I'm sorry, day 101 patches. Project Cars, which, you know, never worked or doesn't work now, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of those things that just ruin titles. Madness, man. Gotta get over that shit. All those people lost their jobs or had to go work somewhere else because of that nonsense. It's fucking a shame. Anyway. Money. Yay. It'll be good to be at 10 million again if I get there. Alright. Let's do the money. I need millions here. No fucking change. Bullshit me, game. Mother... Yeah. Got this for you, Gran Turismo. It's my middle finger. Apparently it likes you because it comes out every time you give me 10,000 credits. It's supposed to like that. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Alright. Last one, best one. How can they mess this one up, right? Watch this. They give me a minivan or an ambulance. Or how about another Unimog? You can only sell those for like 7,000 credits. Oh yeah, give me one of these cars that I bought. Oh no! Oh my. Why? See, I told you it couldn't get any worse, and sure enough, it does. Fuck. Dude. Oh, why? Fucking should have a different button for that loops. Alright, well, we're gonna go try and sell that, because I'm sure I have, like, a saleable version of that. So disappointed, man. God damn it, man. Super disappointing. Ah! Could have been, you know, or short shifting. Oh, that's a really cool color. I like that with the white stripes. Oh, this is cool too, this gold with the black. That's nice. See, we could go buy one of these right now. 01. That's the one that I want right here. So this one with the glass roof, right? These ones, these take too much money. These ones are better. You don't even need a Z06. You can just get a regular one that you can drive, and you can get them with a manual transmission still. And this is a great effing car because it has the torque tube. You know what I'm saying? So like everything's attached to the torque tube, the engine, all the subframe and stuff like that. It's all connected to the transmission. So it is a great driving like track car. Sucks probably on like Detroit potholes and shit, but hey man, we're not trying to get it for that. I'd trailer that thing to the time attack, you know what I mean, on the back of the electric car. What did I just do that for? Guess what? I hit the wrong button. Looks like my lights are on a bit of a delay. All right. Let's see. I bet you I have 2 of those. I wish I would just go down to what I have 2 or more of. There is a setting for that. See, I have 2 of those Alpines. They like to give away a certain car. I like that car. They can give away those. I think I bought those. Yep. Obviously, I'll sell the one with miles on it, right? If they're the same price. Yeah, dude. Or do you think there's parts on this? Should I go and check and see if there's parts on it, or should I just send it? I'm just gonna send it. I'm not sure what I should do. I'm gonna have to go look. I'm gonna have to go look. I don't want to sell any tires. Tires are effing expensive. I waste a lot of money on this game. I'd have a lot more money if I didn't waste it. Like, if I didn't do things like totally zooed out, like the Volvo 240 estate wagon for nothing. To handle like shit. To handle worse than it started. Oh, hate that. Oh, damn it, man. Super disappointing. Ugh. So I'm gonna go in the garage, right? Go find this dirt bag. I already passed one of them. Right, there's one. So we know this one has nothing, right? Let's look at it. Yo, that low-key makes a cool noise. Dude, do you hear me? Racing hard. Nothing. Yo, that thing sounds cool. The other one is $6.95, right? Yeah, I think I just have it. Dude, yeah. That thing sounds cool, man. Doesn't it? Cannot tell a lie. You sound cool, car. Alright, yeah, so I just have this thing detuned. I don't have any parts on it or nothing like that. No tires. Right? Cool. So we just sell the mild one. Oh. Here's the thing. Gran Turismo glitch incoming. So I gotta get out of the car because I can't sell it while I'm in it. Yeah? Good, right? I'm gonna go stare at my, So, like, here's the thing, right? Answer me this. So, car's out in the garage. Dude, that Alpine sounds really awesome. That car was probably before I started, like, listening to cars. This thing looks really cool. Hell yeah. I forgot about this thing. This is new. But yeah, some of these cars just sound freaking awesome. Like, this one sounds awesome. Let's listen to this one. I gotta fire up Project Cars again. Or not Project Cars, Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa has so many cool old cars like this. Alright, well that was pretty anticlimactic for me. Hopefully it was good for you guys. It looks fucking amazing. But anyway, like I was gonna say, the project, or not, Assetto Corsa has so many old sports cars. It's actually quite disturbing, and I didn't remember it had so many of them, and they are all so good. They're better than any other version I've played on any other game. Like, all the cool old cars and stuff like that. Like, I cannot believe how good that is for $250. $250 plus $4, or $4, I think, if you're doing it on Steam. I think probably the total package is probably still on sale for maybe $20 for everything, and then you can do all the mods too. Like, I kind of would rather do that than Project Motor Racing, because I think all those cars that are on Project Motor Racing are available to mod through Assetto Corsa. My brother did it all. He's got it on his computer. I should have him just bring it over. I ask him to all the time. I tried to on Saturday, but I didn't get him. All right, let's go selling things. Oh god, it's so bright. I need sunglasses for this. Jesus. Ow. So anyway, let's talk about the Rivian again, since we're in the used car, because it's officially a used car once we sign the title over to us and like all that other nonsense. So anyway, long story short, like they didn't really wash it, and the guys like looked at me in the face and said that they buffed it or whatever. Do I wash it? Do I take it out there and wash it today, or do I not? Because there's some other things, like some things like, I don't know if it was like the last one or the first one on the truck. It looked like there's some like body, like, not body. I'm gonna go out and take a picture and post it actually, because they parked it next to one that was not messed up, and you know, like I noticed it was messed up right away, and then I went and looked at the one that was sitting right there, and the one that was sitting right there was not messed up. So what happens is there's a lower valance, or like a skid plate or whatever, or lower portion of the plastic bumper, whatever you want to call it, that meets up to a skid plate or like just like, I guess just a cover for like where the differential and the motor is and stuff like that. So what's happened is it's supposed to be tucked in and underneath, and then the cover's supposed to go over the top of like the bumper cover or whatever is supposed to go over the top of the skid plate or whatever that's underneath, and it's not. The skid plate is actually popped up and there's an open air gap going underneath, which I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be there. They're gonna come up with some excuse or whatever and or fix it, but like the real problem and what the real problem overall is the imperfections in the paint and glass. So not only does the side passenger door have a big like scratch gouge in it that the guy saw, my wife saw, I saw, took pictures, reported it, so on and so forth into the app as instructed. The front windshield has a bunch of them too. So either their machine that they use to like install those pieces of glass or carry those items to be attached to the vehicle, like whether it's a like, you know, exoskeleton type thing where the person walks the robot arm to it or blah blah, I don't know, whatever it is, or maybe the racks where the glass is being held is damaging the parts. So like glass has a bunch of gouges, like scratches in the top, and I passed this thing like a mile ago, didn't I? And so does the side passenger. The front frunk thing or whatever has a huge chip in it, and they tried to wheel out something on the side. So like there's like compound all over the plastic bits and shit like that doesn't need to be, and like if they're gonna compound things out, like why didn't they finish the job and properly detail it? So anyway, they're gonna have this car for however long it's gonna take to do paint work, and usually paint work these days takes about like 90 days, so therefore it would fall under lemon law in Michigan, because lemon law technically started when we did all the financing and they killed us, or killed our deal, and then put us off for 5 days. So technically those 5 days count. So we're just trying to figure out what should we do next. I guess we're gonna be in there tomorrow and we're gonna figure it out. They're either gonna take us and tell us what we're gonna do, and like I already told my wife, I said, you know, you're just gonna have to just be assertive in the fact that this thing has so many problems, it's gonna be in here for so long, and if it's not, you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna be cutting corners on our brand new car that we just paid for, that was supposed to be brand new, but was delivered to us with all these blemishes and defects, and this isn't going to work for us. So it's time to, you know, while we still have our 2 cars, go ahead and get the replacement right for us, however long that takes, and go ahead and take this one. We can start over again. And we'll be nice enough to not penalize you for the 5-6 days, you know what I mean, that you've penalized us, and then the 2 weeks or however long it takes for you to fulfill our original order. Unless they have a silver one waiting for me there, and I'll just take the silver one. Because like we basically took this one because it's the first available. So like if it's the first available and like it's fucked up, like, I mean, that's yeah. I mean, that's all she wrote, right? I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I mean, here's the end game on this. The Tesla, right? The Tesla was the very first one, right? The Model Y Performance. They had been building Model Ys, I guess, for a very short amount of time, and then they released the Model Y Performance, and like, I didn't really know that, and I said, yeah, let's do this one. And like, in the initial, like, there was a couple issues, and they fixed it relatively quick. It caused some more issues. The spoiler's still not on, even though it was warranted to be, you know, reattached. But here, you know what I mean? This car, and I'm telling you this right now, that Model Y Performance, it's got 90,000 miles.
Okay.
90,000 miles.
Yeah.
All right? And we spent more time in the dealership getting new ones or shopping for a new one than it's ever spent in there for anything. And that Tesla Model 3 was the coolest, best driving car at 100 miles an hour I've ever had owned in my life. And I miss it already, and it's not even gone yet. Crazy, right? Man, I love it. Let's see if someone's streaming and I'll rate them. Got 5 people. I don't normally have 5 people. It's probably only 3 people because there's maybe like me watching and then like a bot or something like that, or maybe someone from YouTube. YouTubes don't count for the raid. But I'll try, man. Maybe one of my buddies is out there doing something right now, and I will raid them. My funky lyrics, it's coming down. Want following? No one. Shit. I don't know any of these fuckers. Giggy gone Giggy? No, we're not raiding anybody. We're not raiding anybody, raiding anybody. We're not raiding anybody, raiding anybody, raiding anybody. We're not raiding anybody, raiding anybody. I'm just gonna end this stream like a boss. That's right. That's right. Get some. Well, thanks everybody for stopping in and checking my Gran Turismo in. I did it. Everything I said I was going to do and then some. Yes! Now all I can think about is driving those old cars on Assetto Corsa. Do you believe that car had active aero? Did you see that clip I posted? Oh yeah, I posted a clip of the 908LH. Ailerons on the back end of the rear spoiler or wing attachment, actuated by the lower control arm. So like, literally, like when the car turned in, because of like the way that it actuated like as if the person that designed it was dyslexic or something. Best way to describe it, because like there's no way, you know what I'm saying, like the way that those things were tipping, like that was helpful. Right, so early on in the days of aerodynamics, as it pertained to racing anyway, I think they might have had it wrong in Stuttgart in that year. Hey, you know, they had a lot of one-year cars back then, you know? Like my brother always said, never buy a Cadillac from the 60s or the 70s, because every year had like a one-year only, like bespoke, like technologically advanced part that you can't replace. You'd be lucky to replace with something like from a Chevy to like take it out of the system and then have your shit run right. Unfortunately. I gotta get you some of that chemical. I could probably give you enough that'll last us forever. I've got enough to last us forever. It's probably time to put another spoonful in anyway. Yeah, we're talking about the bucket of doom. If you don't have a bucket of doom by your house, like if you have a lot of mosquitoes in your area or in your yard, do this bucket of doom thing, man. It fucking works great. You just take a 5-gallon or a 2.5-gallon bucket, take some water, fill it up like a third of the way, mix in some like brown, green, and like, you know, dirty like nonsense. Let it sit. Put a little stick in it. You know, make sure, you know, nothing, you know, has a that doesn't drown in there or any kind of shit like that. And then you know, let's put some of this. It's called BT. It's like Bacillus israelis, like fungicide. It kills and or like mutates mosquito larvae and eggs and mosquitoes like on contact within 24 hours, and then it's fine for pollinators and stuff like that. So totally works, man. I think within 24 to 48 hours of me putting one out in my backyard, I've had like little to no mosquito interaction. At least I've noticed little to no. It could be me because I'm old and leathery, or it could be it works. They do it at Disney World, and Amish people are way into it too. So check it out. See how I love you? Count the ways.